Hey guys, welcome back to Blaze Goddess Tarot. For today's pick a card reading, we're looking into what is their current feelings towards you and intentions. You got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Go ahead and pause the reading and pick the pile that calls out to you the most. Hey, pile number 1, if you chose this crystal, then this pile is for you. Before we get into it, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want to book your own personal reading on how they feel towards you and their current intentions, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddess.com. And if this reading resonates, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. So for pile number 1, what is their person's current feelings towards them? What is pile number 1's person's feelings towards them? Pile number 1's feelings. What is the person's current feelings towards them? You have the 5 of Wands. You have the Ace of Air. The Emperor. The 9 of Air. And the 10 of Air. So, I feel like there is a lot of stress. Yeah, you have the 8 of Air now. There's a lot of stress going on with this person. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of thinking like the time for this connection is over. Thinking that the ship is kind of sailed, alright? They feeling like they're left out in the cold. But this person is so determined to make it work. They're so determined to lead this connection. They really want to secure it. Maybe this has been like an off and on type of connection before. And because like with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Air, well, the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, I feel like this person kind of like understands why this is happening. Especially with the Ace of Swords too. Like there is definitely new acknowledgement towards some of their problems. And like even though they want to move forward, they want to be the person to lead this forward. Is like with the 5 of Wands, I don't feel like there's complications like third party or anything like that. I feel like it's just them not really knowing what to do. Like, I feel like this person is very, very confused. It's like they take one step forward and they take, like, 5 steps back. Well, that's how they feel, like, particularly in this connection. They might even be thinking, like, you with somebody else. And that's why the time is up. Like, you might have went and got somebody, like, completely different than them. And you might have not. Like, I don't feel like you have. Again, I don't feel like it's a third party. But it's like they kind of, like, wish it was. So they can, I guess, easily put it off on, oh, yeah, well, you know, pile number 1 already found somebody. And that's why they're really leaving me. They're not really leaving me because of my qualities and what really happened here. I feel like your person is trying to stay positive. Like, they might have, like, this ego side to them where it's like they want to act like they're not phased. They want to act like it ain't nothing to them. They're just going to roll off of them. But in fact, I think this person is really hurt. I feel like it's really, like, racking their brain on what they can do towards you to make it work. I feel like for different amount of y'all, like, this Emperor energy, for some of y'all, I feel like it could be good. Like it's the divine masculine coming out and really actually putting in the effort. But I feel like some of y'all, this Emperor can be more of an egotistical type of vibe. Where like they're only worried that if you got somebody else because of manipulation. They feel like they have to have control. So I think the reason behind why they want to make this work is different for all of y'all. Honestly. But I feel like no matter what side you on, good or bad, neutral, whatever, they are determined to make this work. It's like they know why it's not working, but they don't know how to move it forward. It's like they're stuck. And I feel like the only reason that they can move so easily when it comes to like knowing what went wrong is because they might have like negative thought patterns. So like thinking negatively about themselves is kind of like a lot easier than coming up with solutions and making a peaceful solution, basically. But what is their next actions? What is their next actions? What is pile number one person's next actions? So it's like they want to take leave, but like, are they? What is their next actions? I have a feeling to put these back. Sorry, I usually like to keep it out on the table, but I'm getting called to put it back. What is their next actions towards pile number one? What is their person's next action? Pile number one. You have the 8 of Water, King of Fire, which is the King of Wands. So you got the 8 of Cups, you got the King of Wands, and then you got the Dreamer, which is the Fool. What is their next actions? You have the 3 of Cups, and one more. What is their next action? You have the Ace of Wands. So, I do feel like this person is going to step away from the connection for a little bit. See, look what I said. The Emperor at the bottom of the deck. That's why because I felt called to this one. Even though this is why I put it back, because this card, the Emperor, was really calling out to me. So for it to be at the bottom of the deck, it really is like their energy. Like they really want to make this work. So it's like with the 8 of Cups, they are going to walk away, but they're going to really evaluate the situation. They feel like if they take another step back, they can really see like the whole picture, right? They're going to take some time away, and they're going to realize that you really do inspire them. You really do spark a spark within them. They're going to want to take this new beginning with you, even if it's just friends or a friend group. I feel like they're going to step away, and then they're going to come back for a little bit. And it's going to be so passionate. It's going to be a new beginning. I feel like they will bring the romance on. They will tell you that they figured a lot out within that time, within themselves. They might even tell you that they found, a solution to all the problems. Even if they do or don't. I feel like they will, though. Like, they're going to walk away, figure this out internally, what they want. And then they're going to come back, and they're going to start that new chapter with you. Or they're going to try. Even if it just ends up as friends, they rather be like transformed and then be in a friendship and then allow that to transform into a relationship. But I definitely feel like this person is going to come back and they are definitely going to know better and be doing better. So the chances of this actually working out is definitely higher than once before. But that is all that I have for you, pile number 1. If the reading resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. If you want to book your own personal reading on what their energy is towards you, link in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. If you chose this crystal, then this is your reading. Before we get into it, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want to book your own personal reading on how they feel towards you, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot.com. And if this reading resonates, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. So for pile number 2, what is this person's current feeling towards you? What is pile number 2's person's current feelings towards them? What is pile number 2's person's current feelings? You have the 2 of Cups, you have the 5 of Earth, you have the Hermit, and the 3 of Fire. I'm really glad the 2 of Cups came out because, like, these cards really say, like, not right now. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Earth. This is pretty simple. It's not like simple and bad. Simple and good. Because I feel like with the Hermit and the 5 of Earth, it's like they're going inward. They're trying to heal. They're trying to figure out what makes them them and why they feel like they have some type of lack, okay? They feel like they need to open themselves up again. And it might take some time. I feel like this love that they have for you with the 2 of Cups, like, is still there and it probably will always be there. But it's like they know that they need to take this time for themselves real quick. But with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it's for a reason. Like, this time is very necessary. So if your person is kind of like hot and cold sometimes, or it's like you have like the best day ever with them, and then like they spend a day by themselves, they spend a day not talking to you, or they spend a week not talking to you, I feel like it's because it's like they have to have you in small quantities. So it's like little baby steps. It's not all of it at one time. And I feel like this person really needs it because it's like they're learning as they go. They're learning to heal. They're healing as they go. And especially with the Ace of Pentacles, like Ace of Pentacles is usually like the smallest, I mean not the smallest, but like the slowest ace. And especially with the Knight of Pentacles is usually the slowest. But it happens slowly because it's more stable than any of the other Knights, any of the other aces. You know, the Ace of Earth is more of a promise. It's more of a, you know, stability. So it's like this person is wanting to take a step back, but for the right reasons. They're wanting to do it to improve themselves and have more of a better future with you. Like, I feel like a lot of things that they do, or a lot of things that are the reason that they see these things within themselves, is because of you. Because of this connection. So yeah, I feel like this person is definitely healing. They're definitely, you know, it might be seen as them putting themselves first, but honestly, I mean, yeah, putting themselves first, but it's more of putting this relationship first and then putting themselves second. Like, they realize that they, in order to put this relationship first, they have to put themselves first time to time. So let's get into their next actions toward you. Yeah, that was pretty simple. What is pile number 2's person's next actions towards them? What is pile 2's person's next actions towards them? You have the wise counselor. What is pile 2's person's next actions? You have the 2 of air. You have the Knight of air. Pile number 2. And the 3 of earth. Which is the 3 of pentacles. And then you got the 5 of earth at the bottom of the deck again. So I feel like this person, why do I get a vibe that they're going to show up in the middle of the night and they're going to ask you, like, what's wrong with me and what's wrong with me and why can't I get my, crap in order? The next actions, like, they're still going to be kind of indecisive. They're still going to be kind of confused. But I feel like with the 2 of swords and then the Knight of swords, like, I feel like it's like little baby steps, like I said, honestly. Like, I feel like whenever they don't understand, they're going to be looking at you or they're going to be looking at a higher source for answers. But, like, you even have the wise counselor. Like, this person might even be going to therapy or something. They might have somebody that they always ask questions to. Or they might ask anybody and everybody. Like, I feel like they're trying to find, like, a sense of belonging again. They're trying to find them. They're learning, they're expanding. And I feel like during this whole mix, you have the 3 of pentacles. Because they're still going to work at it. They're still going to show up. They're still going to try their best. Like, they do want this connection to live. They still want you around. It's just they don't have the full picture yet. They're still, like, kind of like coloring their picture in while talking to you. Does that make sense? But I do feel like this person, like, is not one of those type of situations where it's like, man, I wish this would work, and then they do absolutely nothing to make it work. Like, this person is going to be pushing. They're going to be putting effort within this connection and more. Well, I feel like it's more energy towards finding them out, like figuring themselves out and figure out what they want, where they want to take this connection. But throughout all of this, they will keep showing up for you. But alright, pile number 2. If this reading resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. If you want to book your own personal reading on, you know, how they feel towards you, their current intentions, their next actions, then you could book your own personal reading down in the description below at BlazedGoddess.com. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this crystal, then this is your reading. Before we get into it, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want to book your own personal reading on how they feel, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddess.com. And if this reading resonates, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. So for pile number 3, what is their person's current feelings towards them? What is pile 3's person's current feelings towards them? What is pile 3's person's current feelings towards them? You have the 7 of earth. Pile 3's person? 9 of earth. What is pile 3's feelings? You have ego. And then the Queen of Cups. See, but then you got the King of Fire. And they don't really make too much sense. Because it's like, the 7 of Earth and the 9 of Earth is really giving me single vibes. Right? I mean, because the 7 of Earth to me is usually like a bored type of card. But in this deck, it's like investment, assessment, and patience. Which, you know, usually it is waiting for your fruit to bear. Waiting for something to happen. So this is kind of giving me like, a vibe that you're asking more about a feminine than a masculine. Even with the King of Fire at the bottom of the deck. It's kind of like they don't want to push too hard. Because, like, I guess they don't want to lose themselves in this. They don't want to get too dependent. Because they notice that you are a very loving person. And they just don't want to kind of end up like this bird in the birdcage, you know? Like, it's like a meme like this. And it's like the lady's saying, like, oh, you know, why are you still in the cage? And the bird's like, this is all I know. And the bird chooses not to fly out. It's like this person might be kind of afraid. Like, they still want you. But maybe they have a past of being too entrapped. So it's like they don't want to lose their independence trying to chase this too hard. So that's why you have like the patience card and the independence card, is because they want to kind of like take a chill pill, let it kind of go with the flow. There's no need to rush. There's no need to, you know, race to the finish line. Enjoy it. So it's like they're kind of trying to enjoy mixing it all together, like actually putting in the balance. Because they may have realized in the past they didn't really have that much balance. So when they was able to fly away, like this bird in the birdcage, they didn't know how to. It's because they was so wrapped up in a past connection or a past person that they didn't really know how to be themselves again. So it's like they're really trying to either, one, heal, alright? If it's like a newer connection, like they still have feelings for you, they definitely see you to be this Queen of Cups, somebody that's worth love and charm and, you know, all these finer things. They still want to have this passion towards you as well. But it's like their main focus is not only to build this connection up, but to make sure that they don't mess it up by being too codependent. Does that make sense? Especially with the Queen of Cups coming up, they do see you very loving, very nurturing, very mothery. Like they would still have like a family with you. They would still get married to you and all these lovely things. Like they notice that you have feelings towards them and they have feelings towards you. It's just they don't want to screw it up in a way that they've already screwed up a past connection, I feel like. Or maybe it's just not even like they don't want to screw it up. Maybe they don't want to screw themselves up. You know? So what is their next actions towards you? What is pile 3's next actions towards them? What is pile 3's person's next actions towards them? You have the Two of Cups, Balance. What did I say? What did I say? The World, and the Knight there. So they're still going to be kind of stressing about it. I don't think they want failure. I think that's more of their fears still coming up. But I feel like they're still going to be working through it. This is basically just saying like, hey, it ain't just going like that. Then you got the Page of Air. Yeah, still learning, still finding out the truth. But yeah, this is, especially with Balance, like that literally goes with what I was saying. And especially with the two of Cups, like they still are in love with you. They still are going to be committed towards you. But with the Balance in the World, it's like they're going to figure out their world. They're going to figure out like basically like their whole life. They're going to figure out a new work routine. They're going to figure out like maybe they wanted to add the gym and all these nicer things in the mix. They're basically going to find the way. All right. Like I don't think the healing is going to be complete, but I think they're going to be able to kind of like wrap this all together. Going to make sure that they have a balance between career and love and family and personal time. Like they're going to get their stuff together. And when I said that this could be you asking about a divine feminine, there's nothing wrong with that, because the divine feminine is somebody that is not only healing, but is still very loving, you know? And I feel like that's this person to the max. Like, even if they're healing, they're still there for you. They're still there loving you. I mean, they still have worries and fears that, you know, they're going to screw it up. But I feel like they're really, really trying their hardest not to. And they're finding balance, and they're going to make this work. I just heard, like, never let you go. So even if they, like, if there's an argument or something, I feel like they're really going to be, like, kind of, like, I guess still kind of, like, codependent on you a little bit. They're going to be like, no, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. There's nothing wrong with that. I like somebody that says that. But I definitely feel like they're going to figure it out. They are. But that's all I got for you, pile number 3. If this reading resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. If you want to book your own personal reading on how they feel towards you, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot.com. I really hope you enjoyed. Bye!